Some are Iraq war veterans. They're all tough. They're relentless when it comes to getting their job done. We're talking about the police women of Cincinnati, and I'm honored to talk to the cast of TLC's new hit show, Police Women of Cincinnati. We have Sergeant Tia Pearson and Officer Rose Valentino. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning.
First thing I must say is you're smaller in person. We get that a lot too. So I'm like, you guys are really petite ladies.
Don't let our size fool you.
Yes, I can tell from seeing some episodes of the show. Yes. Well, let's begin with you, Sergeant Pearson. Getting on the show, what was the process? What did you have to go through? Walk us through it.
Well, first we filled out an application. It was like a paper application just asking us our history and what we enjoy doing and our hobbies. They came and interviewed with us in April. They did sort of like a casting call.
Okay.
They put us on camera. We basically answered the questions that were in our interview. After that, it was like 6 or 7 months before we heard anything. We were getting kind of nervous, and then in October we received a phone call from Sergeant Kilgore saying they were coming to ride with us again to pick their final 4 officers. And they came and rode with us in October, and they began filming about 2 weeks later.
Well, we want to see a clip so people can see a little bit of what happens on the streets, what you're dealing with. Let's take a look.
Well, come to court.
Stop.
I'm
Stop moving.
You can't let me hit the floor.
Stop.
Whoever's gonna be. Hey, little white girl. Get off my back like that.
You're gonna get tased.
Okay, tase it.
This lady's kind of small. However, she's putting up a fight. I'm really struggling with her. She just refused to give up.
And that was Officer Mandy Kerfis there. She's also part of the cast, struggling with the lady out there. Let's go right to you, Officer Valentino. Seeing this, is this really what you guys deal with every day? Because it's edited. We don't really know what you're dealing with. And that was already scary for me to see just there.
Well, yes, unfortunately, Officer Kerfis and I, we work in the late hours of the night. And that's when, you know, people are leaving bars, they're intoxicated, or they've been up all day doing, you know, and they're out looking for something to do that they're not supposed to be doing.
Right.
So unfortunately, we don't get to interact too much with the great citizens of Cincinnati. And there are so many. We interact with those who, you know, are out there doing things they're not supposed to be doing.
And tell us, too, as far as being out there on the streets, because a lot of times I know you're an over the Rhine, but what we see here, a lot of running and chasing people, and people bigger than you. How do you deal with that? Just coping with the size alone.
Well, you know, I'm a female, and I know that if I get in a fist fight with a 200-pound man, I'm probably going to lose. And it's that fear that, you know, helps us to stay safe. You know, it's knowing that, you know, if I go hands-on with this guy, I'm going to get hurt. So I'm not going to let him touch me, and I'm going to use the tools in my training, and I'm going to keep myself safe. And size doesn't matter. You know, my taser will take down, you know, a 100-pound guy will take down a 300-pound guy.
It sure will.
Exactly.
Well, Sergeant Pearson, take us to regular life, too, because they say, you know, police women, they're tough, but then there's a softer side, too. And we kind of see a little bit of that.
Well, actually, that's why I'm glad TLC takes the time to let the public know that we are human too, and that we actually have lives, and how many things that we see that's like very stressful, and how we actually go home and relieve that stress with our families, and how we just love and care for them, and how we balance work and life. And it can be very difficult, but it can also be rewarding. And I'm just glad TLC took the time to show people that, look, we're human too. We have feelings, we have emotions, we have families to get home to. And that's why we take being safe on our jobs seriously. And we also have a city that we care about, because we're raising our kids here too. And our family lives here, so we want to keep it safe.
And we appreciate that too.
Thank you.
You're also wearing a pretty big rock. I saw that as well. And on the website, they talk about being engaged, going home to children. That's something that they have really built into the show, so we can see that other side.
Yes, and I'm glad they did that too.
Well, and I want to find out too, as far as the role models that you guys play, because a lot of girls could be watching the show. What do you want people to take away from the episodes?
I mean, of course I want women to know, and young girls to know, that, look, if you want to be a police officer, then go for it. If you want to work for the FBI, go for it. But more importantly, I just want people to know to follow their dreams. This was something I always dreamed of doing, and I'm sure Valentino did too. Yep. So it's follow your dreams. Don't let naysayers and stuff steer your way.
And Officer Valentino, celebrity status, are you getting that on the streets now? Are people like, are you the lady on that show?
I am a lot, yes. I worked a detail last night at the Cyclones game, and people were coming up to me left and right, asking me to take pictures with them, and, you know, I was very flattered and embarrassed a little bit, but it was fun. Yes.
Before we go, is there going to be a season 2? We've got to know this.
You know,
Go.
we received an email saying that it might be. I'm not sure. Of course, I'm not, producer. I'm not up there with the big people.
Okay.
But, I can only hope so, and I truly hope that maybe they pick 4 more Cincinnati police women, because there are a lot of us who do a great job.
Yes, that's very true.
And with the cameras and everything following you too, you're still doing your job. We definitely appreciate it.
Thank
it was
you.
nice meeting you guys too.
Thank you, too.
Okay, and we'll see you on TV.
Yes. Thursdays at 9.
Yep. Well, make sure to watch Police Women of Cincinnati on TLC with Sergeant Pearson and Officers Deegan, Valentino, and Kerfis on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Check it out on TLC.